So how does Miguel Andujar fit into 2020? In 2018, Miggy finished second in the Rookie of the Year voting to the Angels' Japanese sensation Shohei Ohtani. Andujar had 76 extra base hits, 27 home runs, an 855 OPS, a 130 OPS plus, meaning that he was about 30% better than the average hitter, and this is as a rookie. The downside is that his defense was just plain bad. He had a negative 1.8 defensive WAR, and he didn't get a chance to improve in 2019 because he missed those 150 games due to a torn labrum in his right shoulder. Andujar being out allowed journeyman Gio Urshela to step in at third base, and all he did was put up an even higher OPS than Andujar, 889, and he was also terrific on defense. Even though the metrics show him at about league average, he definitely passed the eye test. Let's jump forward to 2020, in the pre-coronavirus world. Miggy showed up in camp looking good, and he was arguably the best hitter on the team, again. But then, of course, everything gets shut down on March 12th. Urshela was also looking good, and Brian Cashman said that the third base position was Gio's to lose. Andujar was getting some reps at third, but mostly he was getting used in left field and saw some time at first base. The thought was that Andujar could get consistent at-bats in the outfield, occasionally filled in at third base, DH, and maybe even first base, where he took some reps early in camp, whatever it took to get his bat in the lineup. But now that the season has been shortened to 60 games, there's just not a ton of at-bats to be had. And the outfield is jam-packed with Judge, Stanton, Hicks, Tauchman, Frazier, and Gardner. Aaron Boone has said that most of the DH at-bats, early on at least, will go to Giancarlo Stanton, meaning Andujar will have to compete with Hicks, Tauchman, Frazier, and Gardner, natural outfielders, for the at-bats in the remaining two outfield positions because we know who's going to play right field, the big guy. With Aaron Hicks coming back from Tommy John surgery, let's assume he won't be 100%, so he'll be splitting time in center field with Mike Tauchman, who's an excellent defensive player. That means that Andujar will compete with Brett Gardner and Clint Frazier for at-bats in left field. Gardner is the superior defender, and he's still great with the bat. He had a career year in 2019. But Andujar will probably get more at-bats because he's younger and more electric in the batter's box. I think you'll see Gardner get most of the starts against right-handed pitchers, with Andujar getting most of the starts against lefties. And I know what you're going to say, there's more righties than lefties. Well, two things. One, teams generally like to throw their left-handed pitchers at the Yankees because of the big left field. And two, Andujar will probably get some of the at-bats against righties as well, just to keep Brett Gardner's legs fresh down the stretch. I would imagine that starts during the postseason will be entirely based on how the regular season unfolded. As for Clint Frazier, he seems to be the odd man out, but I think they'll keep him on the roster because he does have some pop in his bat, and you never know when you might need to bring somebody in off the bench to pinch hit. Anyway, that's how I think it'll go down, barring injuries, of course. Tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time.